Hi everyone. In today's tutorial, I'm sharing my step-by-step guide for how to carry out a beautiful brow lamination. I'll share all my techniques, tips, products and preferred methods to achieve full, fluffy, textured brows for your clients. Let's get started. The first step is to thoroughly cleanse the eyebrows and surrounding area. Today I'm using the Lash Glow shampoo. I pump some out onto a dry cotton pad and then pick it up with a clean mascara wand. I work and brush the product into and through the brow. I will then take a cotton pad with a little cleanser and wipe over the area. I then repeat this process again. My client is wearing makeup and I want to make sure I've removed it all from the brows and the surrounding skin to get the best possible results. I will repeat the cleansing step until my cotton pads are free from residue. Once the brows are completely clean, I take a dry cotton pad to remove any residue and moisture. You want to ensure the area is dry so that you're ready for step 1 in the lamination system. I'm using the Miami Brow Lamination system. I prefer to use a lip gloss applicator to remove the lotion from the bottle, and I place it on the back of my glove. I apply the brow lift lotion from the roots of the eyebrow hairs right to the tips. You want to work quickly but also ensure that all the hair is covered. At this step, you don't need to worry about the shape of the brow, just ensure that both brows are fully covered with the lotion. Once both eyebrows are covered, I then cut 2 separate pieces of film and cover each eyebrow. I like to cut 2 small separate pieces as I find it easier to work with than one long piece. I then use the stopwatch function on my iPhone to monitor development times for the lamination lift lotion. I will check to see how the brow hair is relaxing after about 2 to 3 minutes. Development times will vary based on the brand that you prefer to use. To check the brow hair, I lift the front piece of film and use a micro pore brush to stroke and brush the hairs in an upward direction. You should notice the hairs are starting to relax and feel soft and malleable as you brush them. Once step 1 is ready to be removed, I lift off and dispose of the film. I prefer to use a dental brush to create the brow shape. I take the brush from roots up and through the hair to create a lifted, sweeping and flattering shape to the brow. I repeat until all the hairs are sitting into a perfect shape. I now repeat the process on the other brow. To remove the lifting lotion, I use cosmetic cotton buds that have a flat, round end. They're great for sweeping over the brows, keeping the hairs flat and in their shape, while also removing lots of product. I use several to ensure that all traces of product have been removed. I now neutralise to ensure that the product does not continue to develop, as this will lead to over-processing of the eyebrow hair. To do this, I take a cotton pad and dampen it with a little cleanser and run it over and through the brows. I then follow with a dry cotton pad to ensure that I've removed any residue and any moisture. I apply the second step in the Mayumi system in the same way as the lifting lotion. I use a lip gloss applicator and apply from root to tip. I work quickly to get both brows covered and then will go back in with a little more product to ensure a good even covering. I then set a timer for the same amount of time that the first lotion stayed on for. After the time is up, I remove the second lotion with clean, dry cotton pads. There is no need to neutralise at this step in the system. It is normal for brows to sometimes look a little warm or reddish in colour after the first step, as the product can affect the natural colour of the hair. I find this often changes back with the second lotion, but if not, don't worry, as we're next going to tint the brows. My client likes a dark, bold brow and has a warm skin tone, so I make up a custom colour tint with dark brown and a little black to flatter her colourings and give her the look she's after. I apply with a fine angle brush. I like to work as precisely as possible and use a fine tipped cotton bud if needed to clean up any smudges or crisp up the edges. I then wait for the tint to develop. Timings will vary based on the brand that you prefer to use. However, it's worth noting that the hair will be porous from the lamination process and therefore it often develops much quicker. To remove the tint from the brows, I use cotton pads with a little tint stain developer lotion on them. This will neutralise the tint and stop it from darkening or developing any further. I then use a dry cotton pad again just to remove any residue. I now apply a light layer of powder below the eyebrows to protect the skin during the waxing. I'm using a cream warm wax and apply it with a long manicure stick. I use the doe foot end to pick up a pea-sized amount and then distribute the wax just under the brow line, twisting the stick as I reach the arch and the end of the eyebrow. I then use the manicure stick again to push the wax upwards towards the brow line. With small trimmed wax paper, I remove the wax in 3 sections. I apply the paper over the wax in the direction of the hair growth, press down with medium pressure, then stretch the skin and swiftly pull the paper off in the opposite direction to remove the hair. I use precision waxing techniques, so I don't worry about overlapping the paper onto the brow. But if you're a beginner or not confident about your wax application, line the edge of the paper with the edge of the bottom of the brow, and this will ensure you don't remove hair that you wanted to keep in the shape. I then repeat these steps through the centre and onto the other brow. After waxing, I use a soothing lotion to help calm the skin and remove any residue. I will use tweezers to perfect the brow shape and remove any hairs that sit lower on the eyelid. Now I'm ready to use the final step in the Miami system, the brow essence. I put a couple of drops into an upturned dappen dish. The oil is too runny to work from the back of my glove. I like to apply it to the brows with a lip gloss applicator. I then take a dry micropore brush and use strokes from root to tip to perfect the shape and get all those hairs into position. I aim for a lifted, sweeping, textured effect. I then clean away excess oil with a flat brown cotton bud and repeat on the other side. some final last tweezing to perfect the shape, and cleansing of the surrounding area. And here are the results. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comments. I would love to hear from you. If you've enjoyed this step-by-step guide and found it useful, I'd be very grateful if you could click the like button, subscribe and share with others who you think might find this content useful. Your support helps me to continue to make similar content. Thanks for watching. Take care.